Mike? Yeah, not bad, mate. Not long being away, carried a right marathon sleep. Ended up getting a bit of a fever, I think. I've got a COVID test thing coming, I think I've got COVID. It just felt exactly like the symptoms. My temperature and everything rose, I got cold, warm. It was exactly like when I had my first COVID injection. Other than that, I'm good. Apart from my new Facebook account's been suspended because they don't think it's me. So I've appealed it. I've sent her like an instructions video thing what I had to do through it to verify it was me, and answer some other questions. Good day, mate. Good day, Mark. Hi, Jeff. Hello, McCoy. Aaron, innit? Yeah, mate, it's got me. I don't feel 100%. And I've been hammered by mosquitoes. And I never get bit. Ever. How are we all? I'm just getting prepared to do, I'm good, mate. The wife sorted me out with everything I need. The missus is a good egg. But that's nice to see that. Thank you. Just getting all my, got my hard water ready. Just filling up my soft water, which is half tap water, half RO. That's RO water going into it. A few Indian almond leaves to lower the pH. Oh, can't wait for this to go so I can put some tanks there. And I've even thought about that, even though it's in front of the window. I was thinking a nice half rack. Although I'd have to move my RO unit. That tank's going as well too. Charlotte, Lottie's nature. Oh. Hello, Mike's girlfriend. I know Mike's real name, but I've just got used to calling him Mike. Hello from the other side of the UK. Oh. Anybody doing anything interesting today or done anything interesting? I'm just prepping ready for water changes. I'll probably do them late into the night or tomorrow when I feel better, because I really don't feel good right now. Oh, she knew to that. Yeah, well, I'm relatively new. It's mad when you hear someone say hello to you on YouTube. Hi, I'm Glenn, and I can't even join you in the group chat, Glenn, because I get the notifications, messages have been sent, but I can't access it. It takes 24 hours to appeal, which is fair enough, so we shall see. If Facebook don't accept me, I won't be coming back on Facebook, guys, by the way. It can piss off. Hello, Paul. Right now I am a bit of a sick note, Glenn. Take it after you, Mr. GB. I definitely need full MOT because I think my blood pressure is a bit, even though I'm on medication, I think it's a bit high. I should check it really. The GP, what don't out mate? They're a joke. When I was a kid, you used to go to the doctors and always come out feeling better, and within a few days you was always better. Now you go in doctors and you come out feeling worse. GP shrimp. Hello, Kaz. New profile picture, that's nice. I think I've got the COVID off my daughter. And in fact, I know it's COVID because it's exactly, I feel exactly like I did when I had the first injection, when they popped it into you. I was ill as a dog. That's alright, I'll buy the unopened pack. I get paid on Thursday, Glenn, so I'll probably be putting a little order in for some stuff. Need some shrimp bits, a new net, some rich one. Possibly some, I might try give this thingy from my shrimp tanks, this dead shrimp powder, a try. Good job it was Kaz, wasn't it? What you like. There's trees near where my wife works, and they're the trees that you get them on the floor all the time. Unfortunately, being right next to a main road, I wouldn't trust them unless you boiled them loads. But every October they're all over the floor. I could fill big bags full of them, but you need to sterilise them, Glenn. Hello, Rebecca. Fish fans in the house. This is it, Kaz. Yeah, but you'd be surprised, Kaz. You could get a customer what's like, yeah, what the f is this? Just get this glass away. Seven spoons? That's way excessive of dead shrimp powder, that. Jesus Christ. FFL greetings. Yeah, Glenn, 7 spoons is a lot. They're going to get opened anyways out the cars at the end of the day. That's way too much. That was a bit stupid, wasn't it? That's like enough to do 20 tanks. Blimey. Yeah, but Bond does things. He puts shrimp in water with an active soil what leaches ammonia. Then again, he is from Hong Kong, so them people, they just know how to do it. Oh, you got a visitor Jew. It'll be somebody I know of. Oh, Big Fish Lad. I've been given, Big Fish Lad, I don't know how to contact you, Paul, but I've been given Daniel's, who's got the shrimp farm in Manchester. I've been given, he said yeah to giving him a text message and then a call and agreeing a time to go to a tour at his shrimp farm. I suppose I could pass it to. I can't access Facebook yet because my new account's under review. But I suppose I could give it to Glenn to pass to Keith to give Keith to give you it. But yeah, said he's more than happy. Said just give him some advance notice. But yeah, it's all sorted. I spoke to him last night before my account was shut down. But yeah, he said yeah, no problem. Obviously, just give him a little bit of notice for the simple reason so he can make it look spotless. He's all for it. I mean, he's got 84 tanks. You'll see when you go. You don't know where to look. It's like heaven for me. And then you'll leave wanting shrimp, a shrimp rack. I would think you could, even if you're 84 tanks, even if you did a minute on each tank for each species of shrimp, you're looking at a good couple of hours, even doing it quick, and then you've got to condense it down into whatever it is you do. But I tell you something now, Paul, you certainly get some views and some new subscribers doing that because his farm's immense. Glenn knows. Glenn's been. I've been a few times. I was lucky enough to spend the weekend in Manchester, so I spent every day in the farm. I was like a kid in a sweet shop. Where's the account shut? Basically, because I've set up a new account, Kaz, under a different email, which is still my email with my full name and everything, and because the contact, I don't know, and because my original account is active and they're not shutting it down, they're thinking that the new one is fake and the fake one is genuine. But you'd think the thing, it's now got 4 email addresses linked to my original account and they're all in Nigeria. So I can't use Facebook until I did a video review because I had to like do a on-screen look left, look right, look up, look down, say something. And it said it can take 24 hours to sort it out, so we shall see. Basically then that's what they've done. But yeah, if get in touch with Glenn, email Glenn Paul on that email, and he'll pass on the contact details, and then I'll look forward to in vain shrimp farm tour visit. Wow, it's not been done yet, not in the UK anyways, not properly. I mean, I was there, I videoed every tank, and I've lost all the videos. Yeah, he said, yeah, Glenn, it was okay to pass on, and just tell him it's Big Fish Lad off YouTube. It's too nice to pass up, even if you're not into shrimp really, Paul. It's just, they'll certainly give your channel even more traction. Because in the UK, no one's done it. So you'd be the first. And to my knowledge, it's The only big shrimp farm, well, it's the biggest shrimp farm. When I say shrimp farm, it's actually in a house, but it's 2 rooms converted into one, and it's massive. But yeah, everything's going wrong lately. I know you would, Glenn. I was going to do it, but I think the man, the myth, the legend, Big Fish Lad needs to do it. I like the way he edits and everything. I like his talking, telling people what's in the tanks, doing scientific name, Latin names or standard. No worries, Paul. I don't know why you don't do that, Kaz, because literally there's an hotel in Manchester City Centre where Daniel picked me up, and it's literally 2 minutes after you was at Daniel's. Yeah. I don't really do MD, mate, because he does things. Not to my kudos to the guy for doing what he's done, don't get me wrong, but I see too many fish going in brand new tanks and throwing in a bit of API quick start and saying, yeah, everything's right. But videos are quite relaxing. I agree. Yeah, definitely. Yep. Oh, his little yeah. Unfortunately, Rebecca. But yeah, Kaz, I don't know why you don't purchase some shrimp while you're there, don't you? On your day you get due back. I take it you'd be travelling by train, or is it in car? Yeah, fish shop Matt's a bit more advanced in my opinion. You can certainly tell he's got fish knowledge background and working in a fish shop with people. Fish store. A lot of information these days is generic, it's read, everybody's done it over and over again. I'm really peculiar with Overwatch because I don't want a lot of misinformation. I want bread and butter stuff. I want facts, hard solid facts. I want it backed up. That's the kind of stuff I like. Not where they build a big giant fish tank and then they're like, let's stock it. Idiots. And then 3 months later they're changing it. All the big hitters really, then. Unfortunately, they jumped in while there was an opportunity, not knowing what they knew, and yeah. I watched some mixed fish stuff, not much because you don't really learn much from it. Yeah, true, Glenn. But I'm still learning always. But I do like what Corey's done and built. He has a bit more fish knowledge. He's lucky to have Dean in his corner. Yeah, when it starts coming down to sales, it changes everything. Check out my merch at my shop, I'll sign everyone. Yeah, okay. I get it. Should look at doing a plant order, Glenn, because I think Charlotte wants some plants as well. Yeah, Dean's quite a private guy. He doesn't overly. I have a friend that speaks to him a lot via social media of some sort. Don't think it's Facebook though. Dean's a wealth of knowledge. Product reviews, yeah. I tend to not watch product reviews. They don't do it from everyone's doing them. Why is everyone doing high-gear product reviews? Is everyone jumping on the bandwagon? I've had a high-gear since it come out. Some of it rubbish. It's a co-op, aquarium co-op. You block tiger. You don't need them, Paul. Yeah, they was looking for all inlets, Paul. Then you've got some people passing information off of other small YouTubers just so they can get a free heater or a free light. And the reviews usually rubbish. Was yeah. I mean, I've got Hygge light, 2 Hygge lights now, and they're both knackered. Yeah, 9 times out of 10, Rebecca, that's true. Yeah, Glenn. You'd still let him, Glenn, I know. Hi, Christine. I don't like the concept of them new Oase bio-air terrariums. They're not a seal-tight unit. I'm not Oase's biggest fan, but then I've not really used any products, so I can't really say the good or the bad, but yeah, I don't like the bio bags. I didn't ever see the purpose in that. Aham lasts a lifetime. I have a lot of Aham products. I don't want nothing off Hygge. My review would be Probably negative. Depending what it is though. Some things do work. But when you're paying £70–80 for a light, you know, as cheap as that is compared to some, still want your money's worth of quality materials made to last. +17-year-old. God, they're not supposed to live that long, but then that was probably made when things was made to last. I've gone through, I'm using Jerboa Jacoda 90, and I've been using that since day one. 17 years. Some apple mark. I use the Jerboa Jacoda because it's a little bit more on the expensive side, but it's one of them where it's as silent as you can get, and it does exactly what it says on the tin. Mine's the 90, and it's about 65 watt, and it runs 34 sponge filters. That's it, the Jerboa Jacoda PA90. It comes with all the rubber grommets as well, so you can actually attach it if you want to. Get some 22mm UPVC and attach it to it like I did and make an air loop. Wick's a treat. Yeah, I was using the 45 blend, but it would only do to about 15 sponge filters, and then it was any after that it was losing it. So I swapped mine. I actually got my air pump brand new, swapped it for 10 orange-eyed red devils. And the Jacoda Jerboa, as quiet as it, I mean, I've got two running in this room. You don't really hear them over the tank noises. Nah, they're only noisy if you let them be noisy. I mean, I've got two and I won't say you can hear mine. It's like next to me, my RO pump's running now, that's louder. Which reminds me, where's my water at? The minute that float fills up, it has an automatic shut off, so excuse all the splashes, that's not muck, that's this stuff, I dropped it in. It's this. I put some in and I dropped the cap and it hit the edge and went all over the wall. Top off's all done. Arrow top offs. Happy shrimp. Look at the colours on that. It's got spider legs as well. They're the bows I got off Daniel, Kaz. Amazon frog bit and red root floaters everywhere. You see, I don't mind it, Rebecca. I mean, I sleep in my fish room. People ask me how, but it actually relaxes me more than that. All the noises and the bubbles and the swishing of the water. What board, Glenn? The one with the bad moult? It's either climbed out or it's been eaten. Oh, it's funny you should say that, Rebecca, because last night I was sat back on my bed having a smoke, and you know, I started hearing trickle, 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 and I thought that's not a normal sound. That I looked down and I was doing my RO top offs on my carried tank, and one started overflowing. So I know when I can hear the slightest little bit difference when something's off. The bad malt one, probably bad, Glenn. Once I've got some bowls, I'll sort you out. I think one of the females in the bowls is already buried. I've got tons of new babies in my orange eyes. Tons of new babies in my mixed tank. Tons of new babies in my dragon bloods. Oh, Kaz, sorry for the delay. I'm just not very well. At all. Which reminds me, I haven't even eaten today. Yeah, you need it. Unfortunately though, when you try and get females only, or you want female, they charge you up the price. You'll get them, don't worry, you'll get extras as well. They aren't going nowhere. I've got tons more babies, so crazy for a 20. I've never ever lost a shrimp in that tank for my dragon bloods. And they're only in a generic 25 litre tank. I put it down to the fact it's double filtered. So extra filtration really. But also, don't worry, I haven't forgot. I can't even message you. I can't even, well, Kaz, to be quite honest with you, I can't even retrieve, until they open my account, I can't even retrieve your address. I've just thought, can't access my messenger until they've reviewed it. I sent a screenshot of what it's showing me. It said it can take 24 hours for the appeal. I did verification what I needed to do, like. I don't mind me 25 litre tanks. I mean, some people say they're harder to run, but if you keep on top of water changes and top offs, you're never going to have a problem. And I've always over filtered. I always double filter at 25 as well. Yeah, it's probably best actually. It's probably best for most people if I had numbers. I do most of it through. Yeah. What you can do, Kaz, is pass it on to Glenn, and Glenn can pass it on to me through WhatsApp. If that's okay with you. And then I'll, once I've got your number, I'll drop a message saying, hey, it's me, Rob, and then save the number. Because if Facebook don't let me back, I ain't coming back to Facebook, they can piss off. UGF and the sponge, yeah, I always do it. If I have a UGF, I have a sponge as well. Glenn does the same. But just like, I like that bit of extra oomph in the water, I suppose. It keeps the water clarity be even more pristine. Agitates the water nice and well as well. But yeah, cause pass it on to Glenn, and yeah. Glenn's my go-between right now. A lot of my shrimp tanks are doing zoomies tonight. When I say zoomies, people will know. Someone's molted, female's molted, so clearly pheromones are in the water. Oh. I initially just feel like going back to sleep. I feel so weak. I picked out 3 females and they're ever blooming. One was buried, I have to wait now. Yeah. I was that person, what I was like, I need 20 of the shrimp to start a good colony. You don't, you need patience and two shrimp, a male and a female. I mean, from the off, your female's going to give you 20 odd babies. Just patience. Snowflake, I drop 5 lots of babies in the last 3 days, zoomies, it's fine. It's because you've got the right consistency with your tank, you've got a good balance. You've got a lot of botanicals in your tank, Kaz, so you've got a lot of grazing area. Hello, Volcanics. Enjoyed your live, what I could earlier, by the way. I was just thinking, why don't you drive a monster truck around the city you're in? Fish are hungry today. Good evening, Sir God. Do you know, isn't everybody nice to each other in this community? I'm yet to see, well, I'm sure I will see it, I'm sure I'll clash with someone, but how everybody greets each other, gets each other involved. It's definitely community spirit still. Hello, Alan. I like lava rock in a shrimp tank. It also works as good, got good absorption for to harvest good bacteria. Ooh. When will this COVID stuff, do you think this COVID will ever go away, guys? Not from me, from like the world. Or do you think it's here to stay for good, like the common cold or flu? Yeah, exactly, Mike. I can totally relate to that. No problem, man. That's how it should be. Everyone says hi, everybody greets everybody, nobody's left out. If some people don't get along, you just carry on, don't you, I guess? That's good. What I like to hear. No worries, Christine. Yeah, I think it's here to stay too. Well, Kaz, I think I've got the new strain because I got symptoms earlier. I had my temperature. I broke my temperature. I was shivering. I felt really weak. That's the only way I can describe it. I felt very vulnerable. And I took some paracetamol. I didn't know whether it was a mosquito bites doing it, but it felt exactly like the symptoms I got 24 hours after I had the injection, my first COVID injection. Exactly like it. And my kids have been this weekend, and I think my daughter had COVID, but I don't think it's gone. But she wants to know no symptoms. It's the only contact I've had with anyone is my kids. I still feel rubbish now. My wife works for the bank as a teller, the co-worker. See what I mean? Whereas before God, wouldn't have been allowed. It's all the crap and lockdown we went through. For what? For what? It was just one big mess. One big mess up. Yeah, true, my kids are on half term from college and university, or whatever you call it now. My lad don't go back to uni till October. like my arrow water is full because my unit is telling me. Now to turn it off there. Turn it on. Yeah, could tell Glenn doing the live. Was that live yesterday? I am doing that live here, Glenn. Very horsey. Horsey, horsey. You know what I mean. Time to do the old dipstick in with the TDS meter. The only thing with these good meters, they're very slow to increase. That alone tells me that this water needs a little GH. One, two. Let that mix. Yeah. There's just so much going around because as humans we can get around everywhere now, around the world. It's so diverse. Is that some mix in? I want it around about 210. But that's good enough for me. This water's for my softer water species of fish. If you had a mouthful of fluid, it would work. I've actually done the TDS of Diet Coke, Mike. And the pen went off the charts. But yeah, that's the soft water and the hard water. Again, these tanks here, this is all for that. I've added my 15ml of cichlid trace for my chilies. I think all our mines work like that. Something I'd think up that man. Coke test, it read over 2000 TDS in Diet Coke. So there's a lot there's total dissolvents in there. There wasn't any pandemic here. Well, I use a shrimp remineralizer But if I was to use one specific for GH, it'd be the one. Glenn, help me out here. What's the GH1 by Seacham? Aqua something. That's what I'd use for fish. But I use my shrimp. I use my shrimp for fish as well. It's the same thing. It's liquid. It's liquid salts, liquid minerals. It's just I get it like. I get big bottles, but I also have lots of small bottles. GH plus LC. LC stands for low conductivity. But Glenn has some. Aqua Vitro, is it, Glenn? Aqua GH plus. You can a GH, depending what you want to put back into the water, obviously. I'm not a big fan of it. Not a big fan of it, Paul. If you don't get it right, so many things can go wrong. Yeah, it's low conductivity. That's the one. That's a good GH product for fish. If you want to boost GH up, for instance, in your water, or remineralising fully from RO, the Aqua Vitro. Yeah, and this replenishes also good. Speed up a bit. Replenishes the liquid. It's good stuff. It's what I started using, but then Glenn set up his business and started getting access to a lot of products from Asia and the European mainland, and been a little bit of a game changer for what I can keep, really. No worry, Volcanics. Take care. Thanks for joining. Catch you later. I'll be around, I'm sure. Another good GH mineralizer. Yes, Aqua Blue Wizard. It's just the same stuff, rebottled. But I got all my Qual Drop ones for free. So she's Sadie. Right, okay, Sadie. I was using the Blue Wizards. I've used the Blue Wizard. I've used them all. I've used Vin. I hate Vin's really hard work. The remineralizer. Very expensive for what you get. Replenished as GH and KH, yeah. It's like a liquid version of salty shrimp. Yeah, salty shrimp. Nifania Caridina. Yeah, see, yeah, it's Paul, yeah. Replenishes the Seacham one. But they also do an Aqua Vitro, which is also Seacham. But replenishes GHKH. So it's a full remineralizer. I've got I tried my hand at Sulawesi shrimp, so I invested in some Sulawesi mineral salts. This one, 8.5, but trying to achieve a pH of 8.5 from RO water with this, and the consistency that it is, honest to God, look at that. It don't even dissolve. It's horrible stuff. You can't make your water clear. Don't like salts. Plus salts can go off quick like that. Because if you're saying regarding the Julie de Chromis gourd, I think it's because they had a big meal of Daphnia earlier. And so when they have Daphnia, or I don't have no baby brown because I'm just resetting up for a fresh batch. Another job I've got to do. Some powders are good. I mean, salty shrimp's a really good product. What's what, Glenn? What's what, my boss man? It's that you can't achieve pH of the 8.5. It won't go. Wouldn't work. Tried it. There is a way to do it with CO2, but I didn't. You buy salts to put in the water to achieve that, or you'd expect that, you know. My water's all my waters are pre-mixed, and then left to aerate and mix. I have pumps running in underneath at the bottom of the bins to circulate the water, and I give it 24 hours, even if it's a liquid. Just something I've always done and never had a problem that way, so I stick to it. But yeah, God, these are looking a bit more yellow. It's interesting that. Oh, the salt, it was... Where did I put it? This is by... Oh, this is salty shrimp. Solawasi Minerals, salty shrimp. Yeah, and then what do I? They've got pH crashes and swings, and then which knocks everything else out. Totally understand where you're coming from there. But the liquid ones, if you want a GH boost or a KH boost, are really good. Right, I've got that, Glenn. Got that number. Cheers, mate. I'll save it. I'll drop you a message, Kaz, later when I've finished. You told me to do that when I got my RO unit. I do a release. Yeah. And you should stick to it. 8.2. 8.5. The highest I got it was 7.6. I got it off you. No, I didn't. I got the 7.5 one off you. I run everything through. I run almost my RO. I run 50% through RO water, Rebecca. But on some of my fish tanks, I have a HMA filter outside running through into this pipe, and then I have a torpedo dechlorinator which catches heavy metals as well. So my water's had a lot of the crap took out, but so even my tap water's not too bad. Because where I am, Yorkshire water is absolutely horrible. Like liquid concrete. Yeah, you need CO2. You need CO2, Glenn, to at least reach 8.2 and to dissolve the salt properly. I use acid buffers in buckets, let time go by. So yeah, No, I'm in the city on the coast, so it's it goes through a lot of what's it called? Not limestone, sandstone type stuff. Yeah, and limestone actually, and chalk. I think that's where a lot of it comes from. Yeah, but you want to see the state of the kettle. I mean, we get a new kettle, our kettle before. I mean, you can descale them obviously, but it's that bad even descalers won't taking it all off. We go through at least 2 washing machines every 2 years. So I've been looking at fitting a proper water softener system under the sink to the access to all the places, but it's something to do in the near future. Yeah, they don't sell the pH, which is bizarre, that, Glenn. About a week, if you left the water in a tank for a week, Rebecca, yeah, you'd have the the old lamb scale build up. It's horrible. Hence why I filter my tap water and use mostly RO. Yeah, chalk streams. There's lots of them around here, Glenn. Most of the East Coast cliffs are your muddy clay, and the ones that are still here are all the chalk cliffs. Yorkshire water puts a lot of chemicals into its water as well. Yeah, I think it would long term, Kaz, as much as it's an investment for an half decent system. I think would save on appliances. I have severe eczema. I can't even wash the pots without having to wear gloves, because if I put my hand in that hard water, I get cracks in my skin. Yeah, there's loads up here. I mean, I can go about 15 minutes out the city, Rebecca, and there's this big mound called Brantington Dales. It's like a big giant hill thing with a little bit of forest. And then one side's exposed and it's all pure chalk. There's also some big chalk cliffs up in the North Yorkshire Moors. There's a big waterfall near it. Zero kh from your tap. Wow. Not bad if you had an RO unit, Paul. It'd last a lot longer. Where's Glenn going? Alright, Glenn, sleep well. I'll see you at 3 AM, mate. So you're almost drinking pure RO water with just your everyday chemicals, what they add to the water for your drinking. That's some serious soft tap, that. Yeah, they do here, God. Put some chemicals in to counteract the leaching of other things. A lot of lead and copper pipes under the ground. No, Rebecca, imagine having that water go on your tap. But if you're looking to put some oomph back in your water, some GH and KH, Paul, I would say replenish is probably your best bet for a fish one. And the fact it's liquid, it's really easy to use. It's like X amount of millilitres of it per litres. It's really easy to work out. Well, yeah, when you've got water like that, if there's nothing in the water, yeah, replenish, Frodo, you need a big bottle. Do you have to add any like crushed coral or anything? Or have you thought about using the your holy rock stuff? But then again, you keep a lot of fish, what, like the old softer water. Yeah, that's a good idea, that. It's just it's a lot of layout to remineralise. I know, because I spend a fortune on remineralisers, because I use various ones. I use plastic bins, 150 litre plastic bins. Certain plastic safe, so it's non-leaching. Does the job alright. I couldn't justify buying water butts, just the fact it's even crappier plastic. Yeah, bicarb, not a fan of. Just a few issues you can run into with that bicarb, really, but sometimes it can just work. It's a bit of a funny topic, really. So many jobs to do, but I've got no energy. So I think once I've finished here, I will find somebody else's live to watch, and it's going to be a long night. I might even do my water changes yet, I don't know. Yeah, it's all about dissolving it right, really, isn't it? It's the same with salts as well. Not that I know of. There's a lot of people stream lately, let's do lives lately. 9 times out of 10 I can usually find one to go to now. I'm learning loads. Yeah, you can blame me. Yeah, it seems to be really took off, loads of it, and then all of a sudden I'm subscribed to a lot and they've not been active, some of them for over 6 months to a year. So I'm having to go around finding new material to watch. Yeah, there's not a lot of long termers. I've seen casualties. I have a friend what I set him up with a full rack, all the tanks, and he's downscaling now. I'm looking at taking his Pandora Pistogrammus and his Pistogrammus Ningensi. He's also got some red eye Tetradon pufferfish what he got from Wharf Aquatics. So I'll man them as well. And he's got a lot of my old fish, so I either get them back or I don't. And do you know where they came from, Paul? I'm sure you saw all the Pistogrammas what they had at Wharf. They came from Wharf. Once he saw the males, he was like, I want them and them. And if he didn't buy them, I was going to buy them. The plan was, he buys them, I buy these. I breed mine, he breeds his, and we swap. But unfortunately, you can't get them to breed. And I know for a fact, I've got space now. I mean, I could put a pair of the pistos in that tank. There's a cave ready there now. There's cave, little nooks and crannies, little botanical caves. There's everything in there. Or I could do my rainbow fish. Oh, then the puffer fish are, yeah. You got them from Wharf Aquatics as well. Again, Wharf Aquatics, guys. Guys, if you get a chance to bypass it on the way, it's not overly far from Manchester. Probably about an hour. You've got to visit Wharf. It's worth a day out alone. But take some cash with you. Because if you don't fish, you'll buy scaping products. Some of their pieces of wood, you won't ever see pieces of wood like it. Brooklyn, Keith, Dave and FM, all new content for me. It's the interaction I like as well with everyone. Everyone saying hi to each other, everyone saying hello. You know. For anyone new just joined us, these are Julie de Chromis transcript, aka the masked Julie. There are fish in there, but yeah, it's my favourite shot, Paul. I've got to be honest, it's hands down my favourite shot. Do you know what I was impressed with as well? It was so busy and so packed, but there was someone at hand to serve you. And if he didn't know that species of fish and that one, it wasn't his speciality, he went and got Alan or Richard or one of the others. I was like, wow, just left a big impression on me. You can go in a local fish shop, you can stand there like a dummy, and I've done it in Maidenhead. Another couple come in, and because they go straight to the till, they start serving there, and I'm like, mate, I've just been stood here half an hour waiting for you to finish with the first guy. Off I went. Because if you went to Wharf, even the plant section in Wharf is immense. The dry goods, I've never seen so many types of sand. Yeah, definitely. It's it's up where it's up definitely up there with the best. Not just for quality of care, but the aftercare as well. I mean now because we've been in about 10 times, and now they're all like, "Hi, I feel like a regular." When you start talking to Alan, oh God, does he know his stuff? He gave me a lot of information regarding snakeheads because most of them that they had in the shop eat bread. You don't get many Allens about these days. If they had, do you know, I'd be confident in saying if Wharf branched out to other cities, if they followed what standard they do now and care before and after, it would become the best chain store ever. You'd love it in there, Kaz. They've even got a shrimp wall. They even had zebra babouti shrimp and stuff like that. Actually kept on active soil, not sand. I did see them, yes. And I'm pretty sure them fish, the last time I was in, was actually in there. And then, if I remember, a couple was looking at them, and then they said the price, and they had the gas. Whoa, not for that price. And I thought, you don't even know what you're looking at. Not something you see every day. Probably a once in a lifetime fish. About 4 years. So you've come far in them 4 years. Can't be a good road trip. I love a good fish road trip, especially if there's fishy treats in it. We're looking at doing one to go down south, as far down south as London, so if anyone has any shops to recommend, let us know, because we're doing it so the road, so going down we go to so many and coming back we go to so many. My friend's like, loves driving, so he's like, yeah, if you want. And I get to drive in his Tesla car. All as I do, I bung him a few quid for petrol, and he takes me all over the country. Sausage. I'm not ignoring you guys, Keith, by the way, on Messenger. My new Facebook account I created because my one was has been suspended until I had to prove, like, do a video, face recognition thing, and I had to answer some questions. So I'm just waiting for a review for them to open it again. If they don't open it, I won't be coming back on there. I'll probably just join one of the other social media platforms. Facebook can kiss my lily white ass. What's 5 new subs? I haven't been checking, Keith. I found the best ways to not check, because then when you do check, you see that big jump. Last time I looked, I was on 107. Fish barn, yeah. And there's one in Widnes as well I wouldn't mind going to. I think, is it Farmist Aquatics? Have you done that? Have you Done that one yet, Paul? I think it's a witness. Spinster sister, thank you very much. This is just one of many fish I keep. Oh, you've done a Torah Finest radio, then I need to play catch up. Oh, there's another one recommended in the fish barn. You see, if more than a few, 2 or 3 people mention one place, to me that says everything that you need to know about the shop. Because good start, the Northwest has some of the best right now. Really it has. But then I haven't been down south. So I can't really say. I might go down south and be more impressed. But I don't know what another shop is going to beat the variety of fish and what, for instance, Wharf has available. Oh, thank you very much. Nice to have you on board. I'm Rob and I'm from not very sunny England, the United Kingdom. Not been there yet. I watch all Steve's lives, Paul. I like the unboxings. I have worked in a shop for fish, and when it's import day. Yeah, pier is on par with Wharf. Not done pier yet. Again, I think we could do pier, then do Finest Aquatics. Shirley's Aquatics. Yeah, because pier have a lot more variety of your Malawis and Africans. Unfortunately, Pier Aquatics don't sell shell dwellers, hence why I went to Wharf. I'd already done my pre-research and ran the shop to ask if they sell any shell dwellers. Is that the bald-headed guy with a beard, Keith? Because if it is, I've seen him before do skates. Oui, chef. Pro de Bio. Which you want to Pro de Bio the soil? I used to use Pro de Bio. There's not many products I haven't used. In a black water tank. I'd have gone for neither of them. I'd have gone for a free pair of snow white plecos in a black water tank. You can have a pair of male and female. I've told you can have a male and female, but you said nah. Snow white plecos, Keith. Peppermints would tend to blend into the background, and in my opinion, peppermints start off lovely, but they're not a sexy fish come the end, pleco wise. Weber Munster, a little bit better. Said come to Wool, you can have a free pair of snow white plecos. I'll even show you one, sexed. They're actually ready to breed. But I just don't put the pleco caves in for that reason. If you don't put pleco caves in, my snow white plecos, they won't lay eggs anywhere. Put a cave in, well, it's like clockwork. Oh, starter, Prodibio starter. Is that Prodibio and them little capsules? Yeah. Don't look like the same fish, do they? Loses its seam. Is it the L183 what keeps its seam? Oh yeah, I do exactly what you read. Yeah, glass vials, yeah. When you buy Prodibio active soil, you usually get a free sachet with every bag of soil. Used it before. Alright, okay. I know a bit about plecos, but I wouldn't say loricades is my strong point. Same with the Corridorus. I know I've bred Corridorus, various Corridorus. Again, there's still so much to learn. Yeah, usually goes. That's what I was like saying it regarding. Common bristlenose, yeah, but white Keith. I've told you. Let's see if they're out. I'll even let you pick them now, blast. Let's see if the plecos are out. If I scare them, they'll run off. There's one. See that? Look, there's the other. But these are popping black water. There's my Crebensis Maliwe making a rare appearance. Yeah, I've kept these, Rebecca, I've kept these in soft water, hard water, and the Frav. These are all these snow white plecos I bred myself. The albino green dragon. In bristlenose. Good night, Paul. Thanks for joining in there. Yeah, sleep well, Paul. Hey Jeff. You know, my new RO system is so much more efficient than my old one. I used to have the cheap Farner filters, 200 gallon a day, and it'd take me 2 days to get 200 litres. This one gives me 200 litres in 6 hours. Obviously the booster pump system helps, like with the pressure. Oh, I feel so out of sorts. Yeah, it does, Keith. It has a back flush. It has an automatic back flush system on this as well, so every so often it cleans itself out. This kicks in and it has an auto shut off, and if it starts clicking and the little light starts flashing, turn it off. A black and white fish. Oh, you mean these? These are Julie de Chromish transcript. They're a Lake Tanganykan African cichlid. They're a rock dwelling, so you tend to want more rock. Because then when you protect the membrane, you get more time out of the membrane. Whereas suppose you'd have to change it every 3 months, you might only have to change it every 6 to 12 months, the membrane. That's why I bought it, just because it had the back flush. I just think it's a good idea. But yeah, you get more life out of your membrane, really. And that's it, really. But yeah, Spinster, they're Julie de Chromish transcript. Like I said, an African rock dwelling species from Lake Tanganyika in Africa. Try, Keith. More people, it's a shame. More people should have them because they're a very underrated fish. If you want a fish doesn't act like a normal fish, African Tanganyikans are a good option. If you've got good hard water, that is. If not, add some crushed coral or a bit of marine rock. Malawi's had it for way too long. That's why I like Wharf, Rebecca. The amount of, I call them flavours, as in the types of. I'd never seen such a selection. I didn't know some of them existed. If I'm quite honest. I was like, wow, that comes from Lake Tanganyika. No way. No, me. I never joined the bandwagon. Everyone had them, everyone bred them, everyone's got loads for sale. I've got a friend now who's got a load for sale and he can't even sell them. He's having to give them away, basically. And then they end up in the hands of the idiots. Fortunately, that's the way it works. The act's very different, and they're not your average fish. It's finding, as I say, Wharf, I'd probably say about, I think it was 35 different species of Lake Tanganyika. I walked in the room, I saw the Malawi, I turned my back on all the other wall was Lake Tanganyika, and then they had the Lake Victoria section. And there was some stonking cichlids in that tank. It's the normal red spawn from the lake, but the ones like the Cornish jack are too big and too smart. Yeah. You get so many people, Keith, what join the hobby because, and the first thing they ask is what fish. For instance, if I see this sort I'll avoid that person. What fish is the best fish to make money off people? I've seen that before. Do not move as in selling them, Jeff, shifting them. Because it's the same here, mate. I have a friend what's got tankfuls of fry, different peacock fry, and he cannot shift them. It's exactly like that here. When I was in Wharf, nobody was buying Malawis. Rainbow fish seem to be becoming more popular. Yeah, but imagine just jumping straight into rays. I don't see it as I breed fish for profit. I breed fish because I enjoy the breeding factor of it. I like learning new things about the fish. I like watching and studying the fish's behaviour. I like seeing how a fish reacts to different foods. You know, there's all different aspects for the hobby for me. Yeah, it's definitely too niche. If I had a big tank, I think I'd have a couple of rays. It's something I'm trying to work on the wife with. But we're getting a new fence fitted in the back garden first, so that started this morning. Yeah, and do you know why, Jeff? Do you know why nano fish because a lot of people are not leaving the hobby. All they're doing is going from big tanks down to 60 gallon, 100 gallon tanks, down to your little 10 gallons. They're more cost effective in a way. Yeah, there's definitely a lot going. Nano fish. Well, look at the variety. There was always your little fish around, but there's so many more species. For instance, nano fishy cubitai. Stunning little fish. Then you've got all your little nano species of rainbow fish like your Pseudomogul faccatus, your Pseudomogul gertrudii, your Erenfria werni, your threadfin. I've noticed, for instance, a local shop and one just out of town, they're stocking a lot of nano fish now, and where they used to have big 2, 3, 400 litre tanks displays for sale, they've got more nano tanks now. CPDs, another lovely fish as well. Celestial pearls, they remind me of a little trout, a funky looking trout, like a mini trout. Not a bad fish if you're gonna do shrimp with fish. CPDs are not a bad way to go because having small mouths tend to leave the little shrimplets alone. Oh, they do me, Keith. I'd say I'm more specialised. To be honest, I would class these almost as nano tanks because as big as them look, they're all low boy tanks. So as much flow coverage as they've got, the water literage in here is only about 90 litres. It's only a 90 litre tank. Again, these are only about 90 litres. They look a lot bigger, but they're not. I just like the fact I got opti-white fronts. Makes viewing so much better. White mountain clouds used to be known in the UK in the 80s. I remember my dad talking to someone and he went, "Wow, why don't you get some poor man's neons. It was like, what do you mean? He went, oh, white mountain clouds. The poor man's neons. Back then, neon tetras was a lot more costly. And wild caught. Salmon Sundered Adonia, Axel Red Eye, Bright Blue Raspora, the Ember, Tetra. Much more than that, but they just don't sell. Everyone's really fancy. Yeah. I love a good community tank. I am enjoying my rainbow fish tank and this tank, my African Tetras. Although I do have a non-African species in here in the violet smudge spot. Is it the Similis? No, to me, I call glasses fish. Most people need glasses. Or if you're Jeff, a magnifying glass. You swordtails are becoming popular. I mean, Craig's just got his in Australia. They didn't even have koi swordtails. Very new in Australia and America. I was breeding them about 4 years ago. In some aspects, the UK has a lot more fish, but then in other aspects, we don't have enough of what others have. Yeah, I think that's the way to go, Jeff. They're easy breeders. And koi swords, I think, well, there was popular before, but there's a lot more variety now. And koi sword, you cannot, in my opinion, there's not many more beautiful fish, really, for a generic, affordable, what I like to say, an everyday people's fish. Really? See, I think that might be down to I don't venture out. I tend to not leave home, Rebecca. I'm a bit of a hermit, so I don't see the change. So whereas you probably went to a fish shop every other week or something and saw change, I'm maybe once a month, once every 2 months. Hello, J-Rock, welcome. No worries, mate. Listen away. Everyone's done guppies, Kaz. They don't sell. Nobody wants to pay £75 for instance for a trio, two female, one male. I had Snow White and I had 24 carat pure strains from Thailand. I paid a pretty penny for them. I had proper blue Moscows, Dumbo-eared blue Moscows. They just couldn't, no, everyone laughed at me when I said the price. Glow lights are nice. Nice fish. Glow lights would be a good option for a black water tank. People are reluctant to import as much as they used to. Yeah, definitely. A lot of the fishes in the UK now are coming from, being imported from Petra, Czech Republic. But the Petra trade prices, I know because Glenn's has access to Petra, GB shrimp. And some of the prices of that trade price are almost the price you'd pay in a shop. Oh yeah, you've got some more type bears, don't you? Yeah. It's a very small cliche community won't want the rarer fish. For instance, a pair of rare betters. £300 for a pair. You intend on breeding them, Jeff, them wild betters? Because I'd give it. Yeah, definitely. societies do. I'll have my Shelley's tanks for me and life bearers. Yeah, that's the way to do it. That's why you get multiple tank syndrome. It always starts with one tank, and then before you know it, you've got many. I've downsized a few times, but now I'm in a position where my room's running like clockwork, so I know I can add on to my workload and capacity. Even though I don't want to make it become a job, my fish room. I want the enjoyment in it. Like I say, anyone based in the UK wants to get in touch with me, wants any fish, pop and see me, I'll send you a mappy, free of charge. Obviously, as long as you know about the husbandry and duck-keeping parameters and all that. Because I do question that. I've actually sent a guy away from buying some of my plecos just because he didn't know nothing about them. And then he was going to put the snow white plecos with albinos and normals, and I was like, what's the point of that? The labyrinth fish. I've had some gouramis over the time, like your honey dwarf gouramis, pearl gouramis, you know, your generic gouramis. I like the croaking and the sparkle, is it sparkle gourami? Again, nice little species, or even the chocolate gourami. But correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't the chocolate gourami need a very tannin heavy water with a low pH and a very low TDS? Frontosa are a beautiful fish, but if I was to get Frontosa, it would either be the Burundi or the ones they've got in Wharf, the Black Widow, but the reduced pattern Black Widow, so they're almost clear pattern. Stunning fish. Not cheap though. Samurai gouramis, that's a new one on me. I won't openly admit I'm big on fish if I don't know, if I've never kept them, for instance. Why would I? Oh, I've got lots of new subscribers, thank you very much. Don't know where all them have come from. My channel's growing a bit fast. I need to slow down really, because if I carry on like this I'll have monetized by 10 months time. And I never wanted to monetize, I wanted to do this to connect with people and share what I've got. That's my goal and I'm sticking to it. But Craig said to me I can refuse, when they offer you to go monetize, you have a choice to refuse it, so I will be refusing it. I don't keep because I don't want to make money, I can't. It'll affect things. More. Yeah, you don't have, I won't be. I won't be. I've no need to. And even if I did monetize, Keith, I'd probably have free memberships. I understand everybody has to make money, and in the real world, if I could make money off YouTube and nothing else, I'd do, but it's not what it was never about. Oh, that's really, see what? Yeah, I saw someone got gifted some memberships, Jeff. It's all it takes, and the fact it makes you very humbled is a nice thing. When Craig's the same, when he was getting someone gifted 5 memberships, 3G, the other night. 3G gifted some memberships on Craig's, and I was like, wow, what generosity that is. People don't have to do that. I came here to share my experience and to learn from the experience of you guys. That's my journey. You're monetized on Facebook, never promote it, right? Okay. Lots of water changes to be done. Alright Kaz, I've got your number anyways Kaz, so I'll drop you a message saying it's me and save my number, because until I've got no other way of contacting, like I say, and I need your address to send the shrimp anyways. Good night Kaz, God bless. Kaz keeps a lot of shrimp guys and she's finally getting hooked on fish. So she's starting her first fish tank back up. She has kept fish before. But we're going to make sure she does it all right. Thanks for the subscription, Big Steve. I was watching Big Steve's paludarium is making the terrarium out of the expanding foam. Good work. No, this is what I mean, Jeff. This is like this. This is, if I was in that situation, I'd do exactly the same. I wouldn't be having this talk about I don't want to monetize. It would be the opposite way around. I totally understand. I totally get it. I respect everybody for doing it. It's a good thing, really. Because if someone has disposable income, for instance, that month, and they're willing to just give a little bit of support to a small channel, and kudos to them and kudos to them with the channel. Plus if it gets better and better, Jeff, you can then get to the point where you can use it to expand your fish room, maybe set up a shrimp rack, a rack of 10 gallons for shrimp, some 20 gallons, even a small pond, indoor pond would look nice in your basement. And rather than doing your koi, do some predatory fish. So, but then a lot of them are banned, aren't they? Yeah, I was left mesmerised by the quality of his. Oh, that's telling me my thing needs turning off. There we have it, guys. That was my RO unit telling me it's full. Turn the tap off. And now I have my 25 gallon filled up again, pure RO. That's for top offs. I leave it standing with an aeration in it for about 2 days, just to get to room temperature. Been friends a long time. People are complimenting you that you have a nice rack and all. I've got a few racks. Rare appearance from a pleco. As you can see in there, guys, that's a female. You can see the eggs inside her just behind the stomach. She's got a few eggs in her. She's a sub-adult juvenile. Jolga, welcome. Welcome on board. Welcome to chat. Bred all these last year myself. These are all the ones I kept back. Survival income, Jeff, yes, definitely. It's a dog eat dog well, Jeff. You've got to do what you can to survive. Like, look at what species you can make, like you've done earlier. Seeing what you could actually make money off. But at the same time, use that money to run another tank and then another tank. And it almost become good dispensable income into your hobby. Exactly, that's the best way to do it. Just takes time. And if you've got lots of time, you can have the remedy to success. See what I mean? Someone new comes along and everybody welcomes them. If this was the reptile, if this was a reptile, Fred, oh my God, you'd get your head bitten off. The YouTube, so far, the YouTube aquatic community worldwide has been epic. I've took away so much knowledge already. I mean, Rebecca on here, she's full of knowledge. So if you ever need to know how, ask Rebecca. Or Keith knows his stuff. Well, we all know something, don't we? But what's nice is when we all use our knowledge to come together and then share that. It's a good support network. I need it, Keith. You guys don't see what goes on in my head and my real life and all that stuff. So this for me is a relief and a bit of a nice escape, I guess. I feel like I come back down to reality in a way. I'll reiterate again, anybody wants any fish in the UK what's willing to travel and can now to take care of those fish, you're welcome to some fish. I'm even thinking of letting go my Lamprologus ornitopinnis zambia. There. These and possibly Makungwensi, because there's only 4 and 5 fish in one tank, and I feel like the tank could benefit more from being a community tank. You don't work, you don't get, Jeff, right? Practice makes perfect. Lots of new baby rabbit snails in here. Oh, you little bastard. Sorry for the language, guys. Just found like a bladder snail. Just squished it. I think so, Keith. I don't think it's hard, but it does take some work. You've got to be you've got to have the right mindset, I guess. So is yours, Jeff. But thank you for that. I think they're all nice rooms, to be honest. But everyone what gives me time of day, their time of day, I will give them more of my time of day. And that's just a good thing. Because best of all, I'll say it again, I'll learn off you guys. The gold ocellatus. They've actually got 2 more lots of eggs. 2 females. I only ever thought there was 1 female, so the other female's actually bred. So there's 2 families starting out, and they're having gold ocellatus. They're having little squabbles. This is my territory. You stay away. There's some getting going to breed though. And if you ever get them, put your finger in and let one bite you. It smarts a little bit. But you're thinking, Keith, strip it back and start again with, like you said, with more tanks, what you can concentrate viewing hours on as opposed to tanks set up more. The fewer, not the many. Have three fully functioned, full-blown skate tanks with fish in it to visually view, as opposed to 10 or 15 tanks with just this and that in it. So tight, is that what you're thinking? I think Jeffrey wants to focus on some certain species and get them totally. He wants display pieces. I think he's got his heart set on some Tanganyikas. I'm the same sometimes. I'm going through a phase with these tanks here. I'm like, why? That one's only got 4 fish in it. That one's got 4 fish in it. That one's just got 4,000 fish in it. But I need them to go. And all these 3 tanks could become. How much nicer would all my tanks be like that as opposed to that? You've got to keep one. Definitely a black water tank. I think they're the best looking tanks. With the right light, so you get that like if you put a light on like this and you get that ripple in the water. So one Wallstead, yeah, you must do, because that's where you started, so you can't not go off that. But you don't need several Wallsteads, you just need one. And it's not the Wallstead, it's the Keefstead. I can provide you with loads of floating plants. I have excess tons of it. That's an overspill. And then I've got this, look. Watch this tank. Another female. This is what the Jed is about for me though. This and you guys along the way. Making new friends, because I don't know people in person really. If I know that person I will. But I'm not the best person with people, and my people skills since I've been staying at home pre-COVID have kind of dwindled. If it's Keefstad, the Keefstad method, the remind me of next door now. I've got loads of floated plants if you want to keep. It's good to have the variety. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, after all, Jeff, variety is the spice of life. Variety for me keeps me entertained in the variety of fish I have. These fish will stay with me till the last days. I mean, these have become one of my favourites, the African tetras. Even the yellowtails, they give off I don't know if you guys can see it, but they give off like a lavender tint. Have you seen my hybrid method tank? 1 month growth. I want 3 completely different aquariums. Yeah, that's a good thing to do. That's a reason to keep tanks open, for the fact you can see which does best. It is indeed, Jeff, and it always will be. Right guys, I'm going to wrap this up and go find another live to watch, or someone must be going live. If someone's going live, I'll come and join you. And I shall catch you all on the flip side. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for chatting. It's been a pleasure as always. No worries, Keith. Everyone enjoy the rest of your evening or morning, wherever you are in the world. No problem, Mike. I'll catch you soon, mate. Alright, guys. Goodbye and God bless.